Oh God. So I want to show you really quickly how to make this vegan shepherd's pie. So I usually make this with ground lamb or like lamb chunks, but I decided one day to experiment and it came out really, really good. So I'm using Beyond Beef. This is no soy. So for those of you who are, I can't hear anything right. I'm sorry. It's no soy in there, right? So I have cut a little bit over 2 pounds of potatoes. So all you need is 2 pounds, and I've got them, the water's supposed to be boiling before I put them in there, but I've got them in there. Anyway, I cut them up into chunks. It probably ain't even hot. I'm trying to do this, and I'm trying to get this in the oven in 30 minutes. I'm timing myself. And then here I go trying to record something and get this all sauteed. You can cut them up to whatever size you like. Now, the recipe calls for peas. I don't have peas. I do have peas, but I have a bunch of green beans that I canned from last year's garden that I need to use, and that's what I've used every time I made this recipe, and that's what we're going to use today. I'm going to add some garlic to this. I'm being lazy. I'm just adding some already minced garlic. So I've just added giving this a little stir just for a few minutes, and then we're just going to cook this through and add our seasonings. Okay, so that's what we are right now. Let's get some seasonings in there. So I've got some pepper, salt. So they do have vegan Worcestershire sauce, but if you don't have that, you could just use regular, right? It's actually homegrown rosemary. So I just put a teaspoon in there, and I may add more. Spoon of thyme. So I have some now you know that when you use, this is a teaspoon of dried thyme. So you know when you use dried herbs, it's actually less than fresh. Make sure you get the little sprigs out. So I do put a lot of extra herbs in mine. Okay, and then you're going to need, I keep my tomato paste in the freezer. You only need a tablespoon. So we're going to mix this up. Let me turn this, make sure I turn this down. Okay, so I'm going to get this all mixed up. And the last thing I'm going to add is just a splash of wine. Now you know what I'm using. Okay, that's all I got. This is not necessary. It does change the game. So if you got the good stuff, use it. But to me, that was just wonderful. So you don't need a lot, and it's actually not a part of the recipe, but I think it's a game changer, right? So the last thing that I'm going to add, and the reason why I'm waiting on someone's going to give us a little bit of a taste. Girl, this is so good. I need to add a cup of broth, which I don't really have any broth, but I have my handy dandy, what's the face, vegetarian broth stuff, right? So I'm just gonna add that with the 1 cup of water. So I need about 4 tablespoons of this. And that's probably going to give me plenty of salt to get that dissolved. Get it over there so I can know where you at. Cayenne. Just a little bit of cayenne because he likes everything. He likes everything hot. Just a little bit of that. So, and then I have my homegrown peas. I'm going to throw those in there. They're kind of mushy, so they're going to break up into nothingness anyway. So no use to chopping them up, and you do want to add them at the last minute. So I'm also going to check on my potatoes. Okay, so we're going to check on the potatoes, and they are nice. And so we want to give this a taste right quick. Okay. That's so good. That's perfect. My husband does not like, he does not like runny mashed potato. I don't have a potato masher, so I'm just using them. So basically, onion chives that I grew from the garden. So those go in there, and they make it fire. There you go. What you talking about right there? What you call it, pot? Okay. The potatoes. Now I always put more than what they ask for because, yeah, I just do. He wants potatoes. Alright, so I baked it at about 25 minutes. I did put it on broil for like 3 minutes, but I really didn't want to. I don't really have any peaks on it. You could design it to where you have peaks on it. And last time I almost burnt it, so I thought it wasn't really worth it. It's nice and crusty on the top. And so I'm going to let it cool off, and I'll show you what it looks like. Cool down just a little bit because it was bubbling when it came out. Okay, so he's not ready to eat, so I'm going to just take a little bit just to show you what it looks like.